Welcome back to Willow Asteria Books. Today I have another indie author interview for you guys. I do them every second Wednesday of the month, so make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on any of them. Today I have Ashley Willow. Ashley, go ahead and introduce yourself, introduce your books, and where we can find them.
I didn't know I had to introduce myself. I'm
Yeah.
not prepared. Well, I am Ashley Willow. I am an indie author. I write contemporary romance as well as medical drama. My first series is the Stars of Life series. Probably backwards, but it's fine. Book one is Stars of Life. Book two is Tests of Fate. They are interconnected standalones, so they don't really need to be read in order, but you get the whole vibe if you do. And then I have two standalones. First is Her Way Home, and I am completely sold out of my actual real copies. So here we go with the proof. This is a small town second chance romance, and it takes place off the shore of the Chesapeake Bay. And then my newest release is Bryce. This is a standalone. Book two is coming soon, as long as I write it. However, it will be a series of interconnected standalones once I finish it. And this is contemporary romance, romancing the widow. He falls first, he falls hard. He has a little bit of a dirty mouth. It's fine. She finds her strength. There are musical theater vibes. It's got all of the things.
I love musical theater.
Me too. She is, an actress, a stage actress. And yeah, like that chapter one, page one.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Exciting.
I'm a theater kid, so I had to add it to one of my books.
Yes, yes. So you talked about the tropes of Bryce. What are some other tropes that we can find throughout your other pieces as well?
Good question. So Her Way Home is small town, second chance, returning home, reconnected family. What else? What else? What else? Interracial romance. Pretty much all of my books are going to feature interracial romance, so don't be surprised. But yeah, that's all the ones I can think of for this one. There's probably more, but I don't know what I write. After I write it, it leaves my brain. Stars of Life is all medical drama, so it's medical romance, medical drama. This one is workplace romance, friends to lovers. There's some action. There is some protective MMC. She
Ooh.
is starts off going through a divorce, so she is kind of like finding her way, newly single. She's a full-time EMS provider. She is also a full-time student, so you have that in this one. And then Tests of Fate, which, like I said, is book two, but it's a series of interconnected standalones, so they really don't have to be read in order. But this one, you have some medical drama. He is also an EMS provider. She works in the lab at the hospital. You have reformed playboy. He
Ooh.
falls hard. I won't say workplace romance because they don't technically work together. But let's see, some reconnected family. Um, those are the main ones that I can think of off the top of my head. But once again, once I write it,
All
it leaves.
exciting. Those are all
Gone.
very, very exciting. So, for anybody who is just newly finding you and you have a lot of different works and a lot of different series, where do you recommend any of your readers start?
Well, if you want the lower spice and you're all about the romance and the drama and the angst and the feels and all of those good things, then I would say start with Stars of Life. There is spice, it is open door, but it's not very spicy. Like it's there, but it's not like in your face there. Plus, I mean, you mostly follow the female main character. The male main character gets a section from his point of view, so you do get to see both characters in that one. And then Her Way Home, my readers say it's maybe two chili peppers. I would say that when the spice is there, it's definitely there.
Very good.
So if you're looking for low spice and you think that it's not low spice, then don't look at me. My readers gave it two chilies.
Two chilies.
However, what's there is definitely there. But there are exactly 3 spicy scenes.
3 spicy scenes. Yes. Yes. And I love that when you say that like your readers have given it like 2 chilies. Everyone has their own like ranking system. And we've talked about this in length before, but it's just very interesting to see like the difference of opinions between how spicy one book is.
Right? Definitely. Definitely. Like the book fair was my first ever signing event, and it is more of a traditional, they are a nonprofit. Um, yeah. So like the ladies from the librarians, they thought it was very spicy and it was Stars of Life. And I was like, it's not really that spicy. They thought it was quite spicy.
Whoop.
So I did put some like warnings that it was a spicy book. They were
Womp.
worried about it. But then other people are like, half a chili. So
Half a chili, half a chili. So you have a lot of different main characters and a lot of different main couples. If you have to pick one, who is your favorite out of all your books?
my favorite? Oh
Mhm.
no.
And I know
Oh,
that that's a hard ask.
that's like choosing between my children.
Mhm.
I would say I would say Bryce and Samantha, because he is like the greenest of green flags. Like if you picked all of the things that would make like your perfect man, that would be Bryce.
Yes, we love a green flag man. We love a red flag man too, but
We do.
sometimes we just need
We do.
like that green flag that's like, yes,
He
yes.
is like he never does any wrong. Like he's perfect, if I must say.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you to become an author?
Oh my goodness. So I always liked writing, and when I was in, what is that, middle school, I was a Power of the Pen kid. So Power of the Pen is a creative writing team, and we practice like once a week, and you get your, what do they give you? I think they give you like a phrase, and that's about it. Like your writing prompts aren't much more than like maybe a sentence,
Hmm,
and then you're timed. So I think maybe it's 45 minutes.
that
So they
sounds
write this
cool.
thing on the board, and you have 45 minutes, and you have to write a short story.
I like that. That's really awesome.
I loved
We
it. I
didn't
loved
have
it.
that where in the schools that I went to. That did not exist.
Yes. Well, it stopped at middle school, so I think it was seventh and eighth grade.
Hmm.
But now in my state, there is a high school writing team, and
Ooh.
I actually got to go as a judge last year because my friend's an English teacher, and she's
Oh,
like, "Do you want to judge Just Right Ohio?" I'm like, hell yeah."
that's
So it was basically
awesome.
the same type thing. Like it's you're an anonymous writer, so you don't put your name on there, so they don't know if you're male, if you're female, they don't know what school you go to. You're just given a number, and you put the prompt on the board, you're timed, and at the end, no matter where you're at, you got to put your pencil down, and it gets judged just like that.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's fun. More places should do that. I mean, I don't know if more places do that, but here on the shore of Maryland, we did not have anything like that,
I
to my
think Power of the Pen, I don't think that one's just an Ohio thing. Like, I think that's a little bit more than Ohio because I've heard of other people that were in it, and I was like, really? I did Power of the Pen. I made it to states. What about you? But just right as far as the high
knowledge.
school team, I'm sure that there's probably other states that do something similar, but it's not like,
Yeah, that's
you
awesome.
know, yeah, it was fun.
So, when you first started writing, what is a one thing that you wish you could go back and tell yourself then that you now know?
Um, Gosh, one thing I could tell myself, well, Stars of Life, I think I started it when my son was like a baby, and
Mm.
he's 12.
Oh,
Yeah. So it sat there, and then it was just like, it was for fun, and I would like send it to my friends,
yeah,
as I was writing it, and they were like, oh, yeah, that's great. But I was like, it's not going to go anywhere. So if I could go back to like previous me, I would have published it maybe a little bit sooner.
yeah, that would have been awesome. I feel like
Mhm.
that's like the biggest thing for a lot of people. It's like, pulling that trigger, actually going ahead and publishing is like sometimes one of the hardest parts.
Yep, like just do it.
Just
Like I wish I would have just done it.
yeah. It's scary, but it's not that scary.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah. So, what is one thing that you want your readers to take away after they're done reading your books?
Well, one, I hope they like it, but I don't know, like my books are all quite different, but you'll pretty much see like some found family through all of it. So I want them to realize that, like, one, it's never too late. Like, you can always find your people.
Yeah,
So even if you don't have like a family of your own or you're estranged from your family or whatever, like, don't close yourself off. So most of my characters, like, either reconnect with their family or they find people that they consider their family.
I
So
love
one of
that.
those things is don't be afraid to like just open yourself up to the possibility.
I love that. I love that. So, the last question, and I like to make these fun because they make you think outside of the box. Um,
Ooh,
so, if all of your characters, okay, all of your, we'll go with just your main characters, all of your main
okay.
characters were in a bar together, okay,
Ooh, okay.
who would be the first to be thrown out? Who's the designated driver? And who is getting into a bar fight?
Oh my goodness. First to be thrown out would be Christian from Test of Fate because he's wild. And yeah, he's wild. Like he's always saying something or doing something that is like borderline crossing the line. Um, what were the other ones? Who's the first to get thrown out?
Who's the
Who is
designated driver?
um Alyssa is probably the designated driver because she's always had to like have her stuff together.
And
So even
where is she
though
from? What book is
she is
she?
from Stars of Life.
Star of Life. Okay.
So she is the one that she's like working full time and she's in school full time and she does not have time to be dealing with drama, even though Christian is her partner, her partner at work. So she's got to like calm him down. So she's probably used to it. So she knows how to be the one with the head on her shoulders.
Yeah. And then who's
What were the
getting
other
into a
ones?
bar fight?
Oh, I would say Michael from Stars of Life. He's not much of a fighter, but like he's protective.
Oh yeah.
So like if somebody is like doing something or saying something they shouldn't be saying, he will get in there and he will shut it down.
I love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it. Thank you so much for coming on today and answering my questions and sharing a little bit about your story as an author and sharing a little bit about the stories that you have written. Go ahead and remind everybody the titles of your books and where they can find them.
Wow. We have the Stars of Life series, so that is Stars of Life and Tests of Fate, maybe one more to come. And you can find it on Amazon. And you can also find them both on KU. And then we have Her Way Home, which is also on Amazon and KU, and that is my small town second chance interracial romance. And then you have Bryce, which is also available on Amazon and KU. And if you find me on social media, on Instagram and TikTok, I can be found at Ashley Willow Writes. And I almost always have a form for signed copies. So if you like your copy signed, go to my clicks on one of my profiles and you can find me that way.
Yes, and I will link all of the Amazon links as well as Ashley's social medias down below. So definitely make sure that you check out those links. And again, thank you so much for coming out today. And yeah,
Thanks for having me.
you're so welcome.